House was time. The gentleman from Indiana.
Madam Speaker, I'd like to yield 5 minutes to the gentleman from Oklahoma, Mr. Boren.
Gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise today to honor one of Oklahoma's most distinguished public servants and a former member of this legislative body, Congressman Wes Watkins. Madam Speaker, the legislation that we have before us today, H.R. 1713, would name the USDA Lane Agricultural Research Laboratory in Lane, Oklahoma, in the United States Post Office in Bennington, Oklahoma, in honor of Congressman Wes Watkins. Congressman Watkins' story is uniquely American. Born in DeQueen, Arkansas, and raised and schooled in a working-class Oklahoma agricultural family, Wes Watkins would grow and develop into one of Oklahoma's most prominent political figures. Following his graduation from Bennington High School in the spring of 1956, a young Watkins would move to Stillwater, Oklahoma, and enroll in Oklahoma State University. 5 years later, Watkins would earn a bachelor's and master's degree with honor and distinction. After graduating from college, Wes Watkins did what many Oklahomans have done. He decided to serve his state and country by joining the Oklahoma Air National Guard. But in the summer of 1975, Wes Watkins felt he had a higher calling, and that was public service. That fall, he would successfully run for a seat in Oklahoma State Senate, representing the same Little Dixie region of the former Speaker Carl Albert called home. 2 years later, when Speaker Albert announced his retirement, State Senator Watkins decided he would run for the Speaker's former seat. After winning a competitive primary against the Speaker's former Chief of Staff, Wes went on to win the general election with more than 80% of the vote. And for the better part of 4 decades, Congressman Wes Watkins would represent eastern Oklahoma in the United States House of Representatives. As a member of the House of Representatives, Congressman Watkins would go on to become the only Oklahoma congressman to serve on all 3 major House financial committees. Madam Speaker, I was fortunate enough to not only be represented by Wes Watkins in Congress, I was lucky to have the opportunity to serve on both his D.C. staff and his district staff, first as an intern in his Washington, D.C. office, and then as a field representative in his eastern Oklahoma district. Without Congressman Watkins' guidance and his inspiration, I probably wouldn't be here today representing Oklahoma's 2nd Congressional District. Wes Watkins' record serving the state of Oklahoma is one filled with leadership, compassion, and selfless service. The Lane Agricultural Research Laboratory and the United States Post Office that this legislation will name in his honor will serve as a permanent reminder of all that he has given to Oklahoma. I ask that all my colleagues support this bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.